Everyone, it's that day of the week that we all love and all cherish, and it's New Comic Book Day. And just like every week, for the past few weeks, I've been doing live streams of showing off what I got. And this time is going to be no different. It's New Comic Book Day. Look at my graphics. Let's see what the hell I got this time. So, as I usually do, I make my stops at the two comic shops and pick up my books. This week was not a huge week. We got some stuff, but it wasn't huge. And it was annoying this week, to be quite honest with you, because both of the comic shops I went to told me that they didn't get their shipments in until late today. And it seems that there's been a trend with Diamond this whole entire week that everybody got their shipments late. I don't know if that's happening on the West Coast, but it's definitely happening here in New York. Don't know why. Don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's a question that Diamond's just being pain in the ass because of the fact that they're losing their Marvel account to Penguin House. Don't know what the case is, but it looks like nobody's happy. I don't know. It looks like a lot of the books didn't even show up too today that were supposed to be showing up. So don't know if I'm missing anything. Don't know if I don't. You know what? If I end up not getting something because it didn't come in, so be it. It's nothing going to be earth shattering. But got the stuff. I'm going to show it off. Just want to quickly say something. I'm going to thank Dank Comics again. Dank, thank you very much for giving that giveaway. If you're not familiar with what's happening, Dank has created a Road to 200 for my channel, which I'm very appreciative of. I've been trying to get us to 150. He got ambitious and he wants to get me to 200, which I am very, very appreciative. And he's donating a CGC graded book to that cause. Now, I'm going to try to link something to send you over to that video that you have to watch and write hashtag Road to 200. And because of that reason, I had to alter my plans of how to go about it. I was thinking about just doing something for 150, and then I don't know when the next milestone would have came, but because he was generous enough to wanted to do something for 200, I'm still going to do a 150 subscriber giveaway. Just this time, it's not going to be as big as what I was planning on because I'm going to reserve a bigger portion of that giveaway towards 200. So I'm going to have two giveaways coming up. One at 150, which is going to be a little one. Maybe we'll call it the teaser, the beginning, and then we'll do a 200. So I'm going to, after I'm done with the video, I'm going to put it down in the comments. The actual video you have to go to and write hashtag Road to 200 in order to be eligible for Dank's giveaway. And I also will add the video where he gives away the rules on there. I'm going to put that in the description. And I'm going to thank him again. He's a really generous guy. Kind of humbled that he chose my channel, my crappy videos, my crappy graphics as a viable candidate as a channel. Um, I don't know what to say. I'm humbled by this community, as far as how open armed they have been to me, and how great of group of people are involved in this community. I really am happy with what's going on and with everybody that's involved. And that being said, I'm not going to get all mushy and sentimental, but thank you very much, Dank. Uh, we're going to be doing some good stuff, and just like every video leading up to 150, and maybe I'll do it all the way up to 200. Um, anytime we have 25 comments or more on any of the videos leading up to those milestones, I will be giving away a comic along with a personalized sketch. Maybe it's you don't like the sketch, maybe you don't like the comic, but that's what I'm giving away. It's free. You could burn it if you like when you get it. You could give it away. You could keep it. You could use it as toilet paper. You could do anything you like, but that's what I'm giving out on each of those individual channels. And when we hit the milestones, you get a lot of cooler stuff. That being said, let's get into the comics. Okay, so this is coming from LCS number 1. And I got a couple of newer books here and a couple of little older books. And you'll see why I picked them up. So let's open this up. As you can see, a couple of the older books have backboards and plastics on them. And the newer books don't. You know why? Because they refuse to put bags and boards on all new comics. Just like the other LCS, just like every LCS in my area. I don't understand why they do that. Why do they put bags and boards on the older comics, especially if they're not going to be higher than, cover price? And the new books they leave just out there. Let's let them roam in the wild and get dented and nicked and beat up and crunched up. Let's let the new books be ruined. I don't get it. So I got the ones in the backboards, and I sandwiched the new ones in between so that they don't get damaged. So that being said, let's get into the new books. You saw what I just did? That way you don't see what I got. Okay, so the first book that I got was Defenders number 1, second printing. Why did I get this? Well, I passed on the Defenders number 1 first printing. And I'm going to stick to the reason why I did that. I hate the art. I don't like, nothing against this type of art. Like this is your style. This is what you're into. Great. I just don't like it. It wasn't appealing to me. It didn't attract me at all. It just didn't do, like, a Silver Surfer in this form doesn't do it for me. It's a little bit more on the kiddie side. And I just feel like Defenders needs a different type of art. Like if I was looking at an Archie comic or something like that, perfectly suitable. It works really, really well. It just doesn't do anything for me. And I wasn't going to get any of these Defenders because of that reason. But everybody's ranting and raving how it's a great read, and Al Ewing is doing a great job with the Defenders, or redefining this whole universe, and blah, blah, blah. And now it's got Galactus's mom. Yeah. Galactus's mom is supposedly in this. What does that mean? I don't know. Galactus's mom and the whole planet died and got eradicated. I don't know how his mom all of a sudden becomes an Kaiser. So because of the reason that people are ranting and raving about it and actually been saying positive things, I figured, all right, there's a copy of the second printing. I'll pick it up. I'll read it. I'll give it a chance. And if it sucks, all right, I just won't pick up anymore. But at least I got a copy now. And we'll see where this goes. I don't think I'm going to be Um, I don't think I'm going to be a believer in this book, but we'll see. I'm open minded. As much as people think I'm not open minded, I will be open minded, and I'll read this. And if it's good, I will say it was good. And if it's terrible, I will say it was terrible. And if it was I'll say that. But that being said, Defenders #1, second print. Then we got this demented book over here. So Bunny Mask #4. I am not quite sure what to make of this series. It is quite a demented comic by Aftershock Studios. A lot of really disturbing elements to this storyline. I'm kind of disturbed at the fact that I am so engaged by it and reading it. I'm not sure if I should feel bad about myself for somewhat enjoying this. I don't know, but it's a weird book. I'm not 100% sure if how much I'm going to continue with this, but it is 4 in. I've talked about this book in the past. It's definitely a original type of storyline. We'll see. I don't know. Let's see what #4 is all about. I got no problem dropping a book, even if it's a mini series, if I'm done with it. I just don't know if I'll be done with it or not. So the next books these are the a little bit older books. So I found these in the back issue bins because I only got 2 comics from them. Like I said, I like to try to support them in the best way. So I browsed through the back issues. Nothing in like the dollar issue bins really got me. But I have been keeping my eyes on finishing up this set. I do have um, a good amount of this, if not all of them. I'm trying to track down through all my boxes if I have the whole set or not. But these were priced at $3 a piece, and this was Avengers Forever #3, Great Kang and Immortus cover. And there's a lot of talk about these books as far as somehow being incorporated in MCU. Plus, I like this series. I had this series originally. I just don't know if I have the whole series. But for $3, the original price, as you could tell, was $2.99. So basically, I paid a penny over what the cover price was. So I got #3, and then I got issue #8. Nice Immortus cover. You got Human Torch and Vision elements to it, and people know what the connection to that. If you're an old school Marvel reader, maybe I'll talk about that in the past because originally the Vision used Human Torch's body. Ultron used the Human Torch's body to create the Vision. Blah blah blah. Let's see. I gotta read these again and see what the story is. But for $3 a piece, I was gonna pick them up. Then this was sitting on behind the new issues, and I don't know why this was sitting there. Don't know much about this Agent of Atlas thing. This War of Realms Agent of Atlas. All I know is people are ranting or raving about Agents of Atlas. This is #1, and I did notice that Greg Pak wrote this, and I'm a big fan of Greg Pak from the World War Hulk and Planet Hulk runs that he did. So if he has any elements of that type of writing in here, I'll be very, very happy and very pleased. But I got this as a curiosity. Everybody's talking about these agents of Shield, and these are the new agents of Shield. Shield, Atlas, the new ones. I don't know who the old ones were, but these are the new ones, and it's a #1. And usually, you could pick up a #1 and try to be able to follow it the way you should. So I got this. It looks like a whole bunch of cool characters. You got Shang-Chi here, some green guy here. I think this is Silk. Some little bear looking girl thing here. This looks like Lockheed, actually. Um, some guy in a James Bond kind of outfit. That is interesting. I have no idea about any of this. All I know is like people are ranting and raving about this series, and when it originally came out, all of these Agents of Atlas things, I wasn't collecting at that time, so I'm trying just to pick up the piece and try to figure out. And I got this for cover price, so how could you go wrong with that? $3.99. And then I saw this in the same spot, Gamora #1. I have no idea what this storyline's all about, but it is a really, really cool cover. I don't know if she's ever had any other comics under her name other than being in Guardians of the Galaxy or in Thanos related type of books or I think she was, yeah, she was actually the Infinity Watch. I remember her in that. But other than that, I really don't know what the story is with this. So picked it up out of curiosity. It is Gamora. It's #1. It's a really cool cover. Why not? So that's the end of the books on the one from the one LCS, and let's go into the next ones. Let's go into the next ones. All right. So first off, let's fix these. I got Marvel free previews. This kind of gives me previews of all the upcoming Marvel books coming in here, which is pretty cool. I like that. Gives me an understanding of what's going on and possibly a little bit of the storyline. Gives you a little bit insight. Like, I'm looking forward to this book a lot. I'm really looking forward to Donny Cates' Hulk. I really am. Curious to see what he does with it. I hope he doesn't mess it up because I love the Hulk. He's my favorite Marvel character. Probably my favorite all-time character. And anybody that ruins him really gets under my skin. So don't ruin him. But interesting stuff going on here. I don't know what the story is with this. Look, he's got a whole kind of thing with some cybernetic type of helmet punching a Hulkbuster Iron Man. Weird. Look at this cover. I got to get this cover. This is the cover I want. This is definitely the cover I want. I'm looking forward to this. And maybe I'll go through all these books and pick out some and show you what I'm gonna get. Look, at Doctor Doom is coming out. That looks interesting. Moon Knight's got a great cover. Well, apparently Thor is coming out with some omnibus. Another one here, omnibus. Darth Vader. A whole bunch of cool stuff. Maybe I'll go through this book and give people a bit of understanding of what I would want to get and not get. This is actually interesting. Avengers #50 and supersized 750th issue, which I don't like this whole scenario with the way they're numbering. I wish this was still running to like 750. I really do. But hey, what are you gonna do? I'll go into that. Then we got, of course, comic shop news. Always fun to read this and look at what's coming up and what's in the news with comic shop. I look forward to this every week. And then we're going to get into the books. So the first book from this place was Vinyl #4, another demented, really, really demented comic. Evil Comics likes this book. I like this book too. He's the guy that actually turned me on to this one because this was a hard pass for me originally. Look at these covers. Look at these covers. How come I didn't find those covers? I got this one. Some guy in the dumpster and the sanitation worker. But look at these covers. Oh, man. Why did I not get these covers? Like, where were these covers? These look pretty cool. Again, this is not my favorite kind of art. However, it's very fitting for the tone of the book, so I can appreciate it. Unlike Defenders, I feel that the tone and the type of art really fits well. So, got that. Now we got Moon Knight #3. They got a couple covers. I got this one because look at this Spider-Man looking guy. I've only read #1, which I enjoyed. I have #2. I haven't read it yet, and I don't think I'm going to read these both back to back. But there's something about this series that's kind of pulling me in. I was always on the fence. I was kind of always lukewarm about Moon Knight. I kind of like him, and there was always something that would attract me to him. Look at this cover for Mortal Hulk #50. Look at that. I'm definitely grabbing that one. It's just something. Look at that cover. Oh, damn, that looks pretty cool. That looks almost like a Stephen Platt kind of cover. Look at Tiger's little hairs and everything that's sticking up there. Really, really cool. Actually, really cool. I like this one. Greg Land cover. I don't know who this is. Got to find out. Who's this Spider-Man looking guy? This is not Miles Morales. I don't know who this is, but it's interesting. But I'm starting to dig this. I'm gonna read this and number 2 and this back to back, and kind of make my decision whether I want to continue buying this series. But so far, so good. I like it. Next on the list is X-Men #3, which I am really on the fence of whether I'm going to continue reading or not reading. First issue was pretty decent. Second issue was let's see what this one's all about. If this one's okay, I continue. If it's terrible, I will not continue. Let's see. Let's just see. Art's pretty decent in this. And something interesting, they had a bunch of other covers. They had one that had like Marvel Girl trading card cover, which was all right. I'm not into the trading card covers, but the one thing that was cool about that cover was on the back, it was a wrap-around, and it showed the back of the card as it would show in a real trading card. I kind of like that. That was actually really cool. But for my personal collection and my collecting tastes, I like these kind of covers better. I like the action. I like the stuff like that. If they did that as a novelty one time with the trading card covers, I'd probably jump all over that because I would have found it intriguing and probably found it cool. But I didn't find it to be. I don't find it novel anymore. I don't think that's a cool thing. Just like the action figure covers. In the beginning, that looked pretty cool, especially when they did the Secret Wars one and stuff like that. But now it's just getting like, it's too much. It really is. It's just too much. And it's kind of annoying. So, hey, it is what it is. Next is He Who Fights with Monsters from Ablaze, #1. Never heard anybody talk about this book. I have no idea what it's all about. Title got me. The cover got me. The inside art is much to be desired for me personally. But because of the title, because of the cover, it got me to pick it up and see what it's all about. Now, will this be something that I continue with? I don't know. I have been a sucker for picking up things for covers in the past and dropping them after. Speaking of which, Dark Blood. I did pick up #1 of this because of the title and because of the cover. didn't really do it for me. And didn't think I was going to continue buying any of them. I didn't buy number 2. And I wasn't planning on buying any more, but this got me. This cover got me. These all throwback homages to the old EC type of books got me. It even says 10 cents on it. I had to pick it up. Now, I'm going to read it, and hopefully it's good. And if it's too good, then I'm going to have to go back and try to track down number 2 of it so I could have 1, 2, and 3. If it's not, I'm okay with just having 1 and 3 stand alone. I'm okay with this. Next on the list is King Spawn number 2. Now, I was not going to get into these whole King Spawn things and continue. I did get number 1. I was fine getting number 1. I was not going to continue getting it, but I saw this cover. It's a McFarlane cover, and from it looks like it might be Violator on there. Just this screams throwback to the original run of McFarlane covers for me. This really does scream throwback. I loved it. It was only $2.99. The inside art, as always, is excellent, top notch, with all McFarlane made books. And next is coming Gunslinger. Next is The Scorched. I'll probably pick up the number 1s of these. I just don't know, how far I'll go with them, because, one of the reasons I originally bought Spawn back in the 90s was because of McFarlane. Once he stopped writing and drawing the entire books, I lost interest. And now this new stuff that came out, I got a little bit new interest that came in, but I'm still not sure if I want to continue with this. But every time I see a really nice cover, I will pick it up. And I'm not a big fan of Gunslinger's Spawn, this whole Western type of feel. However, I'll probably pick up the first issue and give it a shot. And then last, I don't know if it's not least or if it is least, I don't know. The Death of Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor Strange is apparently dead. And we're going to read about his death in here. I got this cover, Peach Momoko cover, because there was no other options. This would definitely have not been my first choice. But she did do a good job with this. It's not the typical Momoko covers that I don't like. This one, she did decent with. Still wouldn't have been my first choice, but I am not angry at this one. It's okay. Inside art is pretty decent, pretty solid. It looks like he's still alive throughout this whole scenario. I got to read it to see what the story is and see who kills him and why he dies and whatever the case is. But what I tell you something is nobody is ever staying dead in Marvel Comics unless you're Uncle Ben. So got pretty cool books, a pretty decent haul. I think I did okay. What do you think? Which books did you pick out? Which ones would you have not bought? Which ones did you want to get and didn't get? Let me know. And like I said, make sure to show Dank some love for the great things he's doing, not only for me, for the entire community. I'm going to put the links on when this thing populates, because now after the live stream, it's going to start like doing the processing stage, the processing that could take a few hours. Once it fully processes, I'll throw all the stuff in the comments. And thank you. Thank you for spending New Comic Book Day with me again. Thank you for tuning into the channel. And until the next video, you keep collecting, and I'll keep recollecting. Thanks for watching. Come on. How do you turn this thing off? Come on. Come on. Come. All right. Got it.